You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Play fake, it's Love. He throws a bullet to the six. His first throw is an interception. The turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points prop, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's on the move. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Misfire there, couldn't connect. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know often leads to wins.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Oh, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Lions parlay the interception into points. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Fox now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He probably looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. Coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Wonder what's in the... Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, third down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Throwing his love on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Airing it out on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. That one's complete, right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Into traffic, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Trying again following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock. That play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This, our last play of the quarter. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They've got 2nd and 5. Now a give run. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever. For third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Takes the handoff, now Love. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Turning to Jacobs on third. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on fourth.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that gives the Lions the first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing off the play fake here. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. Breaks the tackle, still going. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Working quickly here. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. And it's the Packers looking at 2nd and 3. From the 42. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sent down by Cody Barton. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions earn the chance to tie it before halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown, I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Brian Branch has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Love back to it after the pick. Able to get it to Reed. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On target to Musgrave. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. And they pick him off again. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Forced out to his right. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Ross St. Brown, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down. They're going play action. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
And they pick him off again! And the Packers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Spins out of one stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate. It turns into a nice gain.
third down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw. It's taken in by Williams. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game.
First down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings them to 3rd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Throw on 3rd down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Fox now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone. Back. First and 10 now from the 30. Love out of the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. Fights. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness. Right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. 4 yards there, but still a lot of digging left to do. It's 3rd and really long.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Stays in the pocket. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And the Lions will go on offense. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And it's going to be second down.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They are throwing it again. Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Along this, oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Packers pick it up! So even with the head start being offsides, they give up the home run swing as the offense quickly declines that penalty. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions grow their lead on the turnover. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21. Fox now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end. First and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hand off here to Lloyd. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Charles Omenahu on the play. They run once more with Lloyd. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. On the give, it's Lloyd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Love on 3rd and short. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Didn't read the intended target. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
4th down, here's Love. They connect for the first. There it is, touchdown, Las Vegas. The Packers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Coming right is Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. 3 quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. They'll run here following the penalty. Has a big hole left. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He gets him 4, so already they've got 2nd and 1 coming up. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. A give left side for Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions grow the lead now to 22 points. Fox now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First throw for the backup now. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. All right, and for those of you keeping score at home, that is the 6th. Yes, I said the 6th time they've intercepted it this game.
And I'm glad you repeated that, Kate, really, because I think a lot of people watching might have heard 6th and assumed they were wrong. That is a staggering total for any defense in any single game, and it doesn't come without every member of their defense doing their job. Even the ones without the stats and the interceptions, they've done their part in pressure, they've done their part in coverage, and they've done their part to put together one of the best defensive days I've ever seen.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. He breaks the tackle, and they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there, and that gives the Lions the first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Throw complete to Williams. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Back now, pressure on its way. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
And they pick him off again! And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Lloyd running dead ahead. And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 46. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. Well, we left career day behind a couple of turnovers ago, Brock. Yep. 7 interceptions in one game. This is up there as one of the best collective performances that we've ever seen from a team in pass coverage.
There has not been one route today, Kate, not a receiver-specific play, that this defense has not been able to lock down this game. What we're seeing now is something we could legitimately go decades without ever being seen done again.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 36, finds Laporta. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be first down, Detroit. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions nearing their first win of the season. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. This is complete to Gibbs. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Wow, they're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Connects with Montgomery. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Trying to set this up quick.
It's 4th down.
He's going to throw this one. Throw is caught by the back. He loses the football. And he gets it back. Oh, there's still a shot at the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 23.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Laporta pulls it in along the sideline. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
I know I could...
So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. 2nd down, looking for options. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Here we go with Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a first down.
The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.